the Gravastar Mercury M1 Pro. Let's talk about it. Today I want to take a look at the Gravastar Mercury M1 Pro. This is Gravastar's latest gaming mouse, and I gotta tell you, it looks weird, but it looks kind of cool also. Full disclosure, they did send this out to me for free, but I'm under no obligation to say anything positive about it. I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts on it. So the mouse comes in two different colors, two different styles. I have the battle-worn silver mist, but it also comes in gunmetal gray. So let's start with unboxing, and then we'll go to setting up the mouse. And then from there, we'll run a couple tests, test it with a couple games, and see how it feels and how it handles. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly check out what comes in the box. It's got this cool box. A lot of companies lately have stepped up the packaging to give you a nice unboxing experience. So let's see how Gravastar has packaged this. So, wow, simple. Pull the box out, and the mouse just sits there on full display. No paper, nothing else to unpackage around it. Wow, this thing feels amazing. This feels amazing. It's like an aluminum feel to it. It's pretty light. It's got a good size around my hand there. I don't like using mice that are too small, and this one's just about perfect there. You got the forward and back buttons on the side there. Typical mouse buttons, scroll wheel clicks. It's really cool. It's pretty light. So let me set that aside here. Also inside, you've got, what is that? Is that the Bluetooth transmitter? Bluetooth receiver transmitter there. And then here you have an adapter that's USB-C to USB-A receiver on the end there. If there's anything else, oh, at the bottom you have this package, USB cable. It's USB-A to USB-C. You see the USB-A there. It's braided, but it's not the stiff braided cords. This is pretty soft. I'm not sure what the material might be, but it's very unique. It's nice and soft. Sometimes the cables you get can be a little stiff, and that's not the case there. So with this receiver, it allows you to communicate with your computer via Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi wireless signal. So some people prefer the radio signal, some people prefer Bluetooth. So it's cool to be able to have that option, plus the wired connection. So you can use wireless how you like, or even the wired connection via USB-C. You also get this 4K receiver. This basically means that it's polling your mouse 4,000 times per second. So what that does, that gives you a faster communication from your mouse to the computer. For those of you who are serious gamers and might be concerned about lag, this will definitely assist with that. So it's USB-C, you connect it to your computer, and it just gives you, like I said, a faster connection so that you can game wirelessly without lag. You also get these stickers here that you add to the mouse. So these go on over the mouse buttons and things like that. It gives you sort of a grip feeling, a grippy texture to it. With the mouse being metal, you know, being aluminum, it's a little slippery and shiny. So you put these on the mouse to give you a better grip. And then it also comes with these pads for underneath the mouse. As you see, there's some already installed, but if you like to add a couple of more around the mouse or replace the ones that are there, gives you that nice gliding feel and smooth operation that you would want with your mouse. So let's get this set up. I'm gonna download the software, get the mouse configured, and we'll see how everything works. So I have the software downloaded. It was pretty easy to download and install it. Not too big of a deal, just like you can download and install any other software. And what's cool about the software, it allows you to go ahead and make changes and customize your experience to what works best for you. So looking at here at the software, you can see you can remap the keys. If you're familiar with any type of gaming or mouse or any of these more advanced mice you have nowadays, it's pretty similar to Razer or anything else. You can go and remap the right key, the middle button. You have the buttons here on the side, the forward and back button. You could remap them to however you want. And you can also change how the DPI switch works, whether it just goes into a loop or whether it just increases the DPI or decreases the DPI. So I have it set for loop for now because I kind of like that. It's just the way I work. I do wish that I could increase the size of this window. It's kind of bugging me that it's just a fixed size, but that's just a minor complaint that I have. But anyway, on to the next part of the menu. Here in the menu, you can change the DPI settings. If you click the button, you can see that it will cycle through because I have it set to loop. It'll change your DPI from 800 all the way to 6400, the report rate, and here under sensor setting, you can set the settings to whatever works for you. Mode select from LP to HP, LOD from 1 to 2, etc., etc. Peak performance, things like that. So in the next setting, this is where you really get into customizing your setup. You can set your macros. For you hardcore gamers out there, or people like me who edit videos, it's nice to be able to have a macro setup that you can automatically execute with a key combination that you select on your own. And the next setting here is your lighting mode. You can change the mode from various RGB modes. I have it set to rainbow moving. So if you notice, it does this pulsating color change here. But you can change that to whatever you want. You can have it a single color that just breathes, and I'm more partial to the yellowish colors. So you can change the light color itself, the brightness, you can change the speed if you want it to be a little slower, or you can switch it to one of the other colors here. So this is the rainbow fixed. It'll just kind of do like a gradient color, but it'll just kind of stay at that same color instead of cycling through. Also, there's a switch here. This is lights off when moving. So you can turn that off to where when you move the mouse, the light is always on. But if you want to save a little juice, you can turn that back on. And when you move the mouse itself, the light will be off. And when you're done moving it, the light will be back on. You can also change the time limit here. This is sort of a timeout setting to where the lights will turn off when the mouse isn't moving. So you can set that to 1 minute or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 seconds, whatever works for you. Again, so you have great customization here in these menus. And this last menu here is just for setting up the language, checking your firmware versions, things like that, setting up the software to boot when the computer comes on. I'm not going to set it to that. I like doing my own thing. So when things are too automated for me, it just doesn't work out for me. I like to turn on things as I need them. So I'm going to go ahead and close this now. And let's give it a try with a couple of games. I'm not a hardcore gamer, but I do have a few games, and we'll see how well it responds. So I've tested the mouse with various different games, just playing for a couple of hours per game, and used it in Cyberpunk 2077. It was one of my favorite games. Played it, used it with Starfield. Starfield's not quite a shooter or anything like that. It's not quite as much action, but I figured I'd just test it in various games, and so far I like how responsive the mouse is. But the one negative thing I could say about the mouse, at least for me, that initially I thought that the size would be perfect, but it's actually just a little smaller than what I'm used to using. I have kind of large hands, so if you have big hands, it's not the most comfortable mouse to use. I like to place my entire palm on the mouse, and you can't actually do that with this mouse. With this mouse, I kind of have to arch my hand to control the mouse 1 and 2 buttons and the secondary buttons on the side. It's still usable. It's still fun to use. It's nice and light, and that makes all the difference. But I just wish the mouse was just a little bit bigger so I can rest my entire palm down. For right now, Gravstar doesn't have any Mac support for the software part of this mouse, but the mouse itself does work. I've used it on my Mac. I didn't have any issues. You're just not going to be able to customize the settings and the RGB colors and things like that, because they don't have software for the Mac just yet. So that's the only two downsides that I see for myself. Is I would love to use this on my Mac, and the fact that the mouse is a little small for my hands. But other than that, I think the mouse is incredible. It's super light, and I just like it. It does a really good job, and is a premium feel and build to the mouse. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you found any of this information helpful, please hit the like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.